Hello guys, welcome to this new and exciting episode. So in today's episode, I'm actually going to show you where to find those strong highs and lows, right? And first and foremost, I have to talk about the DSE model, right? The DSE model can actually guide you to take these kind of things better, like to understand better. So for my directional bias, as I've stated on the previous episodes, I actually use the H4 time frame. Then for my structure basis, I go on the H1, then analyze from there. Then for my entries, right, I use a slightly lower time frame such as the M15, M5, or M1, depending on the kind of trades that I want to take. So first and foremost, when you are trying to find your strong highs, you actually go on your bigger time frame such as the H4, hence we talk about direction here. So after doing that, please remember or note that these like highs and lows are actually zones rather than horizontal lines that you draw, right? Okay, let me show you something. So if you can actually see that this is a high, right? Okay, first and foremost, let me tell you how to find that. You actually go on your directional bias time frame, right? Then you draw your horizontal lines on the turning points, right, which are swing points, right? So if I draw my horizontal line, it will be something like this here. Then here was actually that here, then here, right? So you, as a matter of fact, you can't be like drawing these horizontal lines to everywhere, right? You can draw here, while at least you have a point that is nearer to that one. That's where we come to zones, right? So you can actually see that you have to draw something like a rectangle. I'll show you on the chart. Okay, this is a whole zone here up to I don't know the pips that you target. So for this one also, this one is a zone up to there. Then for this one, that one is a clear zone, right? So as you have seen, we have to do something that is actually better, right? Let me draw this on another chart, right? So this is another chart. So as I've stated earlier, you have to draw zones rather than those horizontal lines. Where's my brush? I have to use an oil brush here. So here my swing points, right? So here was all a clear zone here. So on another zone, then another zone here. So I've definitely found out my strong highs and strong lows, right? So what I do on these strong highs and right, I actually shift to my struct time frame, which is the H1 for me. Okay, it can be anything depending on what type of a trader you are, but for me, then the structure time frame is the H1. Then from the H1, that's where I try to identify my my type of trades, my peak resets, my ID50s, right? Then from there I actually go to a smaller time frame to end. So right here is like a rule chart. So I first draw my horizontal lines rather than putting zones at once. Okay, those are my horizontal lines. You can actually see that I'm placing them at every swing point. That is actually so as you can see right now, I've plotted my swing points. And okay, so for you to see which one is actually the strong highs and strong lows, we are actually going there. So right now I'm actually drawing my horizontal boxes, my horizontal rectangles to mark out my zones. So this one here, then I get this one, then okay, I'm sorry about that. What's wrong? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Okay, this is another one here, then another one here, then another one here, then another one here, right? So you can actually see that these are all my zones, right? So for you to identify the strong highs and strong lows, right, for every zone it has to touch at least two parts or two points in that zone. So what I'm saying right here is you can actually see that per this zone we have this touch here, then this touch here, this touch here, this touch here. Okay, that was it. It's a strong, this one is a strong high, right? Then for this one we have this, then we have this consolidated mode, right? So this we have got here, then here. Sorry about that, this one was unnecessary, this red one here, then here. So for this one you can actually see we had 1 2 3 4 5 touches. For this one we had 1 2 right? So for a stronger zone, we have to have 2 or more touches on the same zone, right? So as you can see right now, for all my zones here, they are actually strong highs and strong lows because they were strong highs. You can actually see that we had a high low here, higher high, higher low, higher high, consolidative mode, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, so this is basic market structure, and right now I've told you how to identify those strong ones. So what you do, you actually go to your H1 to identify some crazy levels. Then you can actually see that we had level 1, level 2, level 3. Then this was a reset, level 1 here, level 2. So what I'm anticipating here is for price to come down to here, right, to test this zone. Okay, if it doesn't do that, I won't enter, right? I won't enter. I don't really enter things like that. So I'm anticipating price to come to here, then go up to level 3, right? This is GBP JPY, and these moves can be propelled by news. You know, those news things that are there to complete levels so that the market maker can grab this liquidity and move. So I'm anticipating price to do this, right? So after doing this, I actually go to my M15, which is my entry time frame. Then on my entry time frame, today I don't want to talk about the entries that I use. I'll definitely talk about that in the future episodes to come. Then if price comes to my entry point, I enter without any fear. And this type of trades have got like 1:3 plus risk reward ratio, considering that you're moving from one level to another because the market maker is already grabbed liquidity. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Please make sure you don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Love you guys.